Good afternoon. I am Aisha, and today the topic that I will be discussing is AI in risk and compliance. So, since the launch of ChatGPT 4 in March last year, the widespread adoption of AI skyrocketed. So, based on a survey done, 93% of organizations understand that AI introduces risks to their company. However, only 9% of organizations are prepared to manage these threats. So, another survey concluded that one-fifth of organizations use third-party AI tools but do not evaluate their risks. So the reason why they do that is because these organizations are in a dilemma whether they want to fall behind their competitors or to just expose themselves to risks that AI might bring them into. So firstly, we can all agree that AI provides lots of benefits to all of us. So now let's dive into the benefits that AI bring to risk teams. So AI is able to do credit risk management as it evaluates the credit risk more accurately and analyze data sets to predict the customer's likelihood to default. Also, machine learning models can perform stress testing on portfolios to identify the vulnerabilities to prepare for any plausible adverse events. Now, let's move on to a real life example, which is McKinsey and Company, that AI can be used to offer customer personalized product mixes based on the profile and their histories. On top of that, in the portfolio monitoring aspect, AI supports portfolio managers to make creation of routine performance risk reports using existing early warning systems, EWS, and this is to identify borrowers with elevated risk. So now, onto the benefits that AI would bring to compliance teams. So firstly, AI will automate the process of verifying customer identities through facial recognition, document verification, and it will streamline the customer's onboarding process while managing compliance. AI also significantly speeds up regulatory data processing and analysis, which minimizes human error and hence leading to a more accurate compliance reporting. So all in all, although there might be slight overlaps between the benefits that AI brings to risk and compliance teams. In the risk team, it is mostly centered about predicting and mitigating various forms of financial risk and improving efficiency. While for compliance, the role of AI is focused on ensuring adherence to regulatory requirements. So another real-life example of utilizing AI is that OCBC's compliance team previously received hundreds of potential suspicious transactions that needs to be reviewed, and they will have to manually look through all these alerted transactions. To increase the scale and complexity of anti-money laundering monitoring, OCBC uses AI and also machine learning to increase the bank's operation efficiency and accuracy when detecting suspicious transactions. So this was a success because there was a reduce in the volume of flag transactions that needs to be reviewed by 35%. And the accuracy rate increased by more than 4 times. Hence, the review process is now not as tedious as before. Another example that AI helped a financial institution is JP Morgan when it launched its Coin, which is a AI-powered program that analyzes critical data from legal documents. So before Coin was launched, extensive manual effort of about 360,000 hours that was needed annually to go through all these documents. But with Coin, it reduced the time and labor of these tasks. So, in the first year that Coin was announced, it saved JP Morgan 150 million USD for fraud detection. The error rate in fraud payments was about 3%, but with Coin, it declined to only about 1%, hence helping to cut fraud losses. So, with the rise of AI in risk and compliance, doesn't mean that it demises the humans in these fields, but rather it's a shift of roles and responsibilities. So AI is fundamentally a tool that can help and enhance human capabilities but not replace humans entirely. So as of now, AI tools are still in the early stages of technology adoption. So AI systems still lack the ability to navigate ethical considerations. However, in risk and compliance, decisions often involve making judgment calls that depends on the context, history, relationship, and all these areas are where human expertise still remain crucial. AI struggles to adapt to unforeseen situations. For example, during a financial crisis or regulatory change, humans are still needed to interpret and adjust the risk strategies accordingly. It can also be security risks from data breach or cybersecurity incidents that might lead to financial loss or exposure to personal data. As I mentioned earlier about cybersecurity incidents, so these are some possible consequences and risks that AI might bring to financial institutions. For example, in the European Union, there is specific standalone cybersecurity laws to regulate organizations and protect their digital information. So the EU has put in place the General Data Protection Regulation, which impose strict cybersecurity obligations for data protection. So now, for the disadvantages of AI in RAC is the high initial cost. So testing and implementing AI models is really resource intensive and it needs lots of investments. Plus, maintenance is also required since AI performances can degrade over time. Also, there might be a high cost of error when relying on AI. So, for example, if the AI fails to flag out a suspicious transaction, this would mean that the FI can face hefty fines. Lastly, AI can also face difficulty to provide credible explanations when making decisions, and hence it might cause a lack of accountability. So MES Deputy Managing Director raised concerns about the sensitivity to AI and machine learning models because it is difficult to interpret their logic and reasoning behind their outputs. So all in all, yes, AI helps humans significantly, but we still cannot fully rely on them because there are still major disadvantages and risks when using them. So with that, thank you for listening to my presentation and I hope it has been insightful.